grisen. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, everyone, and thank you for all your feedback and support for the last for the last video. So I want to continue talking about the subconscious mind and the power it holds, and yeah, why we are working with that. So as I said, it was the 95% of daily activity is from the subconscious mind and its programming, making it extremely powerful, and why we work with it. Another thing which is important to know about the subconscious mind is also that it's not only is it like that big, it's also super fast. So the subconscious mind is super fast, while the conscious mind is like unoiled machinery that takes all the signals from the conscious mind. So to give you kind of like another picture of what I mean with it is so fast. There's been studies from about around the 60s. There's studies under the debate of free will, and they're performed in different ways. One of them is that the participants are to having their brain activity measured, and then they are supposed to do an action with the left or right hand. And through measuring the brain activity, we can see beforehand, only through measuring the brain activity, if the participant will choose the left or right hand. Okay, that's one thing, right? Also add that only through measuring the brain activity, 6 to 11 seconds before, we can see through only measuring the brain activity if they will choose the left or right hand. 6 to 11 seconds before they actually do it. Okay, so that's what I mean. So your subconscious mind and my subconscious mind and everyone has already sent all the signals, already made the decision of our action, of our reaction in any given situation, and then we consciously act upon it. It's super, super, super fast. Making it extremely powerful, and why we go in there and we work with changing that program to something that fits our wishes and dreams and our well-being, maximizing it. Another thing that's important to know about the subconscious mind is also it does not know the difference. It does not hold any judgment or value between reality and fantasy. So what do I mean? I do this with reality, and this is something we'll talk about in another video, because how we perceive reality is individual, and also a creation of our individual minds. But we do have something that we can, certain things on our realities which we can agree on. I know that some of you are going far out, like, what is she meaning now? But this is very interesting, so we'll talk about it, and I want to give it a full session for itself. How we do create our reality. But back to subconscious mind, not putting any value, judgment, any reflection between reality and fantasy. So what do we mean? So remember when you said like the majority of our foundation of the subconscious mind and programming comes from our childhood. So it's like an open field, and it just absorbs everything, and it doesn't matter what it is. And this means it won't put in judgment. You can put in anything in there and it will absorb it. It won't say they evaluate if it's true or not. Like, and say example, phobias is a great example of not a difference if it's true or not. It will become the truth for the subconscious mind. So one way the phobias can be created is this is someone with a child that had an encounter with a bird. They had an encounter with a bird with this child perceived as scaring. It might not have been. It can be a misunderstanding, or it can be they had an incident that was scaring, perceived as scaring in either way. Since then, the subconscious mind have this shock and made it a truth that birds are scary. So anytime then that this person later on in life come in contact with something that might be perceived as disparate and scaring of that event, it will send the impulses and the person will act on it, create a phobia. So even if that person then later on is grown up and, you know, playing like a dove comes which does not hold any danger, which we generally like in the bigger picture can agree on, dove can't really harm us humans in a normal way, right? But this person, because in the subconscious mind it has perceived doves or birds as a threat, will send the signal of danger, 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 shock, fear, whatever, and the person will act on it. That's a phobia, will be terrified in either way, want to take a round, not go there, to avoid this, what the subconscious mind perceives as a fear. The subconscious mind doesn't know that that bird can actually not harm the person really. It just sends the signal. It just does what's been in the program. And this is fabulous news, and it can also be, depending, like, all is, in my opinion, fabulous news because it means that we have so much playground. We have so much playground on what we want to do and want to put, and there's no limitation. And when it comes to this, is like, I'm sure many of you have heard of a saying of Albert Einstein, you know, imagination is more important than knowledge, or the highest form of intelligence is imagination, and so on and so on, which is also something we'll continue talking about, I think. But this means that you can, you decide, you can put in anything in it, and the subconscious mind will start acting after it to make this a reality. And one more thing for this video is the subconscious mind is also a habit mind. Okay, it's a habit mind. So what you put in there, it just want to repeat over and over and over again. That means also that anything, you know, anything that's anything in your life that comes easy to you, that you do or directly comes to you, or you go and do it and it just plays easy into your life, that's because you have a subconscious mind that are supporting that. And it can be whatever. It can be something we experience as joyful or painful. If it comes easy into your life, if it comes easy to you, you have a subconscious mind that supports that. And then it goes, it's the same for the opposite. Anything you don't have in your life that is hard to get into your life, that doesn't come easy to you, that you struggle with, it's the same. You have a subconscious mind that program that. It's that simple. Anything that comes easy to you, you have a subconscious mind supporting that. Anything that doesn't come easy to you, you have a subconscious mind supporting that. And it's also habit mind. So what you have coming easy or not coming easy, it's a habit mind, and it's habits, as you know, is reluctant to change. It will continue performing it over and over and over again, like a machine, like a program, automatic program. So continue repeating it. And yeah, that is why, you know, and we go in and work directly with it. If we try to change it on a conscious level, like, it does take completely different efforts and support. And the wonderful news is with this subconscious mind, like, it can sound a little bit overwhelming sometimes when we talk about it and be like, oh, what can we do? This is like, we feel so powerless and it's all this. And imagining if you have a lot of painful events that's not really serving or bringing a lot of joy, it's more darker, heavier actions, feelings, emotions. If that is the programming, it can feel overwhelming and feel like, you know, 95%. It's 6 to 11 seconds faster. It does not know reality or fantasy, and it's a habit mind. It just does that. It can feel a little overwhelming. I really, truly don't see it that way. It's wonderful because we know where and how we can change it. Okay? So when we understand our behavior, when we understand, we don't need to know the exact thing, but we understand the machinery of our being, of our complexity, how we work, and we bring it back into simplicity, which we do now when we kind of understand how it works and we know how we can work with it, then that is empowering. So we know this now, okay, and then we can go and work it, and we find methods that suits us, where we can work with our subconscious programming and change it and heal it and reprogram it so that we live more gently, more kindly, more happy, more with our wishes, more with our dreams, for ourselves and for our surrounding. So I also, in the next video, I want to talk a little bit about different ways how we can work with the subconscious mind and change this programming. Hypnotherapy is one, and there's also a little bit other methods I want to talk about. And obviously, like, I love hypnotherapy. It does wonder. I do also at the same time want to present other ways and methods. And for this, I thought to give you a little bit just to fill it in yourself. So what is in your subconscious programming? Just take a moment and reflect. It doesn't have to be too deep, or it can be super deep. This is wonderful too. I love that stuff. Well, for you, you do whatever feels right for you. Just feel out, what is it in your life that comes easy to you? What is it? Like, what is it? And how does that make you feel? And what is it in your life that you want that might not come very easy to you? And when I say things that come easy to you, I mean everything. There's not a judgment because we think this can go easy. Must be all of those happy, lighter feelings. But it's also things that might weigh us down. Those things too. What is it that comes easy to your life? What is it that your subconscious programming support? And what is it that your subconscious mind doesn't support? And is there, is there any of these that you would want to change? Just play with it. Get to know yourself a little bit more, a little deeper, and then with this, we get a deeper understanding of ourselves and knowing if there's something we want to change or if we maybe don't. I hope you do, because I just see anytime we also heals any pains or we reprogram. My experience from myself and seeing around is that we gain so much from it. There's a deeper understanding, there's a deeper knowledge, there's deeper empathy and love for ourselves and for our surroundings. So that obviously is just beneficial for all of us. So I will always encourage that. And as always, please ask questions, comments. You can send it directly here. You can also send it privately to me. And yeah, wishing you all a wonderfully blessed day. Okay?